Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Battle Brothers. This is Colonel RPG, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as I do what is probably, my third, fourth Let's Play of this game. This is one of my favorite games of all time, honestly. At this point, it should be, because it's stood up to the test of time. Now, if you haven't heard of Battle Brothers yet, well, it's a tactical RPG. I was gonna say strategy RPG, but it's not quite what it is. It's also a survival RPG, a party management RPG, a sort of a dungeon crawler, except not with dungeons, but definitely a lot of combat and a lot of like scavenging for resources and stuff like that. Now, I am playing with the Blazing Deserts DLC, and the team has been very kind to send the game my way early, so I'm putting the videos out earlier than the game is out, so it's going to be out on the 13th of this month. I have links for you down in the description, and obviously if you're checking this out after the game has come out, the links are also in the description. So yeah, let's go right in. Let's start a new campaign. Now we have I'm told that we have 3 new origins. So let's see, a new company. Those are the old ones. Lone Wolf is the old one. Gladiators. Oh yeah, we can fight in the arena. We can fight in the arena. I know that much. So choose how your company starts. No, that's just what the origin means. You have fought in the arenas of the South for years. First for your freedom, and then for crowns, and finally to become immortal. What else does fate have in stock for you? So what that does is I start with 3 experienced gladiators with good equipment but very high daily wages. I wonder how very high that is. Also, I see that and I am afraid. Each gladiator has a unique trait in combat, and you can never have more than 12 men in your roster, and if all of your 3 starting men should die, if all of them die, your campaign ends. This is very interesting. I like that so far. I might go with that. I have not decided as to the difficulty I'm going to be playing. This game is very difficult. This game is honestly very difficult, and you should heed this advice that's down here. And if you can't beat it on normal or whatever, the medium, because this is the beginner is the lowest one. There's a medium one and there's a hard one. If you can't beat it on medium, don't beat yourself up, because honestly, medium is really hard. Beginner is already pretty hard. You should be able to beat the game if you are, reasonably good at tactics, which I am not really. But anyway, I have finished it. I finished this game, which is something that I'm proud of. I'm proud of it. So what do we have? Beast Slayers, not Manslayers. This is all from other DLCs. Manhunters over here. Constant conflict between city-states. That's a new feature now. It's city-states, just cities that have everything and don't belong to any other country or any group of cities. Which is not how it works in the original game. In the original game, you have basically multiple cities, and they belong to certain... they're under certain lords and stuff. So the city-states and nomads make for good business. The bulk of your outfit are captives, forced to fight to earn their freedom, and their ranks grow after each battle. So I start with 2 manhunters and 4 indebted, which are basically slaves. Take up to 16 men into battle at once. Having equal or fewer indebted than non-indebted will make your men dissatisfied. So we are men. It's their slavers. That is their slavers. That's what manhunters here stands for. Overseers, all non-indebted can whip indebted in combat to reset their morale and buff their stats. Wow, that's very different. First off, we have 16 men. 16. That's proper stuff. That's proper stuff. Honestly, that is pretty awesome. There is another. I think it's peasants militia that can also take the 16 men. Although it's a different thing. But Northern Raiders, that's from this thing, and deserters. For too long have you been dragged from one bloody battle to another at the whim of lords sitting in high towers. I'm not sure if that's the one. I don't know which one it is. Banda poachers, peasant militia, southern mercenaries. That's the new one. So we got to see the 3 new origins. You and your small band of mercenaries have done the dirty work of small-time merchants for years, yet you are barely a step above brigands. You want to be bigger than that. You want it all, and the Gilder will reveal to you the way. A quick start into the southern part of the world without any particular advantages or disadvantages. So basically, that is, it's the default southern new DLC start. We're gonna go with gladiators because that sounds really cool. I'm gonna play on easy, and this is gonna be really difficult already, so yeah, if you want to join, if you want to be part of the team, if you want, and basically that means if you want your name as one of the Battle Brothers, let me know down in the comments. First come, first serve, priority to my patrons, obviously. Yeah, let's start. I have not thought of my of the name for this team, so let's dwell on that. And now we also are gonna have a Holy War late game crisis, which I'm gonna go with because I think I've gotten to see all of these. I think I survived this one and this one in previous Let's Plays. I'm not sure, though. The first late game crisis will be a Holy War. That's the first one, because of course we can get more. Between northern and southern cultures. If you survive long enough, the following ones will be chosen at random. What do you mean? Oh, the following ones, right. The ones that come after, obviously. Duh. And we have permanent destruction, which I'm not going to turn on, which you probably don't. It's probably not a problem, unless you're planning on playing a huge campaign of hundreds and hundreds of days, which I am not, because this is a Let's Play. So, Sinners of the Sword. That sounds like an interesting name, and this looks like a lovely flag. Actually, it's not flag, it's a pavilion. What is it called? Standard? It's like a thing. We're gonna get one of these, because it's an actual in-game item. So, economy is gonna be veteran. Should I play at beginner? It's kind of tricky because combat difficulty is really where all the difficulty comes from. I'm gonna say medium on both of these except for combat difficulty. And we have a seed that you can use if you want to play this one. I'm just gonna make it an R instead of an L. And that works. What is this? An optional way to play the game where the map is entirely unexplored and not visible to you at the start of your campaign. You'll have to discover everything on your own, which makes your campaign more difficult, obviously, but also more exciting. You know what? That's not... I would maybe with the beginner economy, that... I don't feel confident with veteran economy, so... Or with the veteran any of these, to be honest, to go with that, but that's pretty good. Let's start... That's a Lindworm over here. I'm playing with all the DLCs, so the game is considerably harder with all the DLCs, although there is also a higher skill level, or a high skill ceiling, I should say, once you get your things underway, which might not happen. We don't know. This might go very badly. It should be a simple matter, killing a man, but unfamiliarity toughens the flesh. Murderers caught in the street, choking away, arms tensed, hands clenched, screaming why won't their victims die. The motherly estate come undone, hitting her husband with the fire iron again and again, and yet he still draws breath long after the flames have died. Aboard Vigier, unsure of why his torturers struggle with a criminal, the maddened man mocking them as they cut away appendages most important. But to a gladiator, a man is not just a man. He is a wielder of weapons, swords, axes, spears, tridents, and more. Once you are past all these manifested defenses, he is mere flesh, most familiar. And to dispatch him is not a matter of struggle, but of entertainment. Entertainment. Competition with every ounce of skin in the game, and the revelry of the crowds. These are the things you love. Let the philosophers wax on and off about the nature of how things come to live and die. When you plunge a sword into some fool's neck, not only does blood gush upon your blade, but the crowd gushes upon your accomplishment. It is the most wonderful sound in the world. And the women who come after, so hot and bothered they don't even wait for you to clean the entrails off before jumping your bones. Glorious. But it gets boring too. How many fights has it been? You can't count. Because you probably weren't taught. How many challenges? You can't even name a single one. Not a single one. Hamdun the lion, Uthman the bear, and Razil the viper all agree. That's our temporary names for our three battle brothers. You're just too good. And they're pretty good too, if you're being honest. All four of you agree, though. You shall depart the arena and forge a champion's spirit across the whole world. The gladiators have some proclivities for the opulent, particularly for scented baths and jewelry that spells their names. So be prepared to pay a tidy sum for each as you finance their lavish lifestyles outside the comfort of the city-states. And so it will be. Your 3 solid, but not all-time great fighting buddies will display their martial prowess, and you will be matched with a new challenge, learning how to manage warriors who are not at your level, obviously, and their needs. It should be easy. Oh, we don't start with a mission like we used to do. Well, here's the map. It is about the same size. They changed the lower areas, and this is the upper area because of the Defenders from the North or something like that. I don't know the name of the DLC that adds berserkers and stuff like that. So I think that it really fleshes the map out into areas, into different biomes. Although there's a lot of different biomes already. Like if you fight over there, it's a different thing than fighting over here, then fighting over there, fighting over there. All this gives access to different battle locations, basically. So, if I remember correctly, pressing shift centers on you. We are right now in Hikma, a large city, or a large and rich city-state that thrives on trade at the edge of the desert. You've never been to this place. I have not. It's got an incense. Oh, actually, let's look at our team. How do I do that? Press I. They're ready to level up. How much do they charge? How do I see that? I see that up here. 183 crowns per day. That is a lot. That is a lot. Fortunately, they seem to... Yeah, they come well prepared. This is pretty good. They come with scimitars, or one of them does. Another one is a heavy southern mace. And this one is a Katal dagger. Okay, pretty cool. So we got a shield user at the middle. And actually, first thing, let's see if I remember how the shortcut keys go. Control, shift, right click, alt, right click, double click, shift, double click. How? Placing back, right click. No. Control, right click. That's the one. Strip everybody naked. That's just the rule of law here. And let's level them up. So, the rule of law. I don't know why I said that. This is a pretty good level up, first off, so we're going to need a lot of melee defense. I'm not, the best player of this game, so, yeah, min-maxing, unfortunately, I'm not the best at. I do know that we're going to need resolve there, and unfortunately, we have very good rolls. These are very, very good rolls. I need to go with them, because eventually we're going to need resolve and fatigue as well. What exactly? Oh, no, that's fatigue. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. So, that's one level up. The next one is also pretty amazing, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's a fantastic first 3 levels. That's really good. And of course, you can get these very people if you use my my seed, so that you can just use it and copy them over. Because this looks like a pretty good start. So that's a good one. We got resolve over here. We don't. I'm gonna need to go with that. Let me actually look if any one of you. You're actually not too shabby over here, but I'm never, it's not good. It's too risky to try to level ranged up. This one is pretty good, but I think I can get a +5, and I'll go with hit points when I get +5. So right now we could get melee, or we could get melee skill. Honestly, I think it's more important to have melee skill, because this is just absolutely crucial. There's no way around that. So we're gonna go with that. Let's hope that we get a good one. We do not get a good one. We do have a little bit more of melee, and there is our hit points. That's pretty good. So I'm going to go with melee defense. That's a +3. It's important. We're just not going to be... Uthman over here is not going to be as amazing as Handan is over here. Of course, they're going to change their names, hopefully, depending on if you tell me in your comments. So I'm going to give up on the melee defense here. No, I'm not. We're going to need maximum... No, I'm not, actually. We're going to go with this, this, and this. I can still cancel. That didn't used to be the case. They didn't have the cancel button. Although it's probably in a patch that they added. I'm actually not paying attention to our ranged defense. So let's go with that. And not amazing. Not amazing. But fatigue is very important because they do get tired considerably. So what do we have here? -3 vision. That is terrible, actually. That is phenomenally bad. They're worth a lot of money, so that's interesting. -14 fatigue. That one comes upgraded, the Gladiator harness over there. So you're going to be the one to have it. And the helmets are all the same. They just look different because they're baller like that. That's just how it goes sometimes. And then in terms of weapon specialties, they don't actually have any. Wait a minute. Perks. Of course they do. Of course they do. That's the other part of leveling up. We get perks. So, I've been taught that fast adaptation is really good. I don't think it is. I think it's bad. Especially, well, more so for people who are good at fighting. Student is pretty amazing. We really need these. So I'll go ahead and get student for everybody. Student, unless they change how it works, obviously. So it gains an additional 20% experience from battle at the 11th. So basically you get this back. It's like a free thing. Playing the Manhunter's Origin, you're indebted to get the perk point refunded at the 7th character level. Interesting. That's a new change as well. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to give up on the fast adaptation. Usually that's what I go with. But we're not going to do that. So let's look at the rest of the stuff. We got Recover, which is actually pretty amazing. It's very important sometimes. Later on in the game, it's going to be very important, because what this does, it allows you to recover fatigue. Where is our fatigue right now? Well, we don't have a weapon on, but we're going to worry about that. Initiative, Resolve. Fatigue is up here, right? No. How do I see my fatigue? What is that? Is it so low? No, it's over here. 84. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. 84 fatigue is, or around the 80s, is actually really good. It depends on what weapon you have, but generally speaking, that's pretty awesome. So, Executioner is pretty amazing. I like this works really well if you mix it with, Steelbrow. Heck yeah, I'm gonna go with that, most likely. Executioner works really well if you work it with, one that increases the amount of, of injuries created. Yeah, so basically Executioner does more damage based on how many injuries. Not on how many wounds, but rather injuries that the enemy... Crippling Strikes, that's the one that I'm thinking of. But I'm going to go with Steelbrow, because that's the only way that critical damage can be done. And it is very important. This has saved, basically... This saves your characters left and right. It's so frustrating getting a hit to the head. And that's why helmets have such high... armor. You really don't need to worry about fighting enemies that have a lot of armor in their helmets. Helmets tend to be easy, unless you luck into hitting the head. And I say luck into because there's a lot of weapons that actually pierce the armor. So you can see over there, 70% effective against armor. That's basically the damage that it does against armor. However, it's 20% damage ignores armor. So that's the damage that gets through the armor. Yeah, so that's pretty good. The weapons seem about as interesting as you'd expect. Let's get you that. Let's have you have that. So these over here, you're going to have the dagger, and you're going to have the sword and that. So it's basically the same thing, and you're the center character. Or it's the same thing that we had. Although, how much money do we have right now? 700. We're not really going to be able to hire anybody. This is interesting. This is a really interesting change of pace. So, save the game. It's going to be something that I'll be doing because sometimes I make mistakes and it's bad. And let's... Okay, I didn't make a mistake there, but it looked like it. I think it's because it was still loading or saving or whatever. So we have hires. Unless we got like a really good wallet over here. It's a Gladiator as well. So probably that comes with high daily wages. That doesn't look like it, actually. Interesting. Because I think our backgrounds are all daily wage, yeah. What does tryout mean? Give the selected recruit a proper tryout to reveal his hidden character traits, if any. Wait a minute, what do you mean by that? That's not how it used to be. Let's save the game here. That's not how it used to be. I like the new soundtrack, by the way. Oh, it does cost money. How do I know that? Wow, it costs... Yeah, I saved the game. Save's coming immediately just as we start. Welcome to my channel. But basically what that does... I should have paid attention, because I think it's possible to see... Yeah, tryout fee. That's what it should... Yeah, they changed the name. I think it used to be called Reveal or something like that. So I'm not 100% certain that I'm correcting that. But yeah, the tryout fee is just enormous. We're not going to hire anybody. but it is pretty good. Wait, you guys don't actually... Oh, these are indebted. Wow. They must be. They don't have a daily wage. That is, they are slaves. And you're just buying them. The indebted are a caste of de facto slaves in the city-states, and as such are not hired, but bought, and receive no daily wages. So that's how it works with the other, with the manhunter's background. Again, we're not going to hire anybody. If anything, we're going to need to buy food and stuff like that. So let's see. They're not, at least not gluttons. They like their wine and dried lamb, but who doesn't, right? Spices. We're going to want to be on the lookout for items that are cheap, because we want to buy them. We're also going to be on the lookout for tools, especially if they're cheap. I usually buy tools if they're at their actual worth. If they're below that, it's very rare that they are below that, but if they are, then I definitely buy them, even if I don't need them. There's a maximum of 150, if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed. And this one is 150 as well. No, it is 100, actually, but that is for healing. Good stuff, good stuff. So we got some shields. Some interesting-looking shields. Adargas. That's a weird... That is a weird name. I've never heard of that. A light wooden shield with a metal frame, covered in leather. Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks really cool, though. So that's actually not a bad thing. We got some dates. We got some incense. That's not food. Yeah, I can tell. Spices are also not food over here. We got some rice. Okay, lovely, lovely things. We're just sort of exploring the DLC for right now. We got the arena over here. We can actually fight in the arena. Let's get right on it. Dozens of men mingle about the arena's entrance. Some stand stoically, not wishing to give any hint of their capabilities. Others, however, boast and brag with aplomb, either sincerely confident in their martial skills or hoping their bravado masks any holes in their game. A grizzled man, the master of the arena, holds up a scroll and taps it with a hook for a hand. The alchemists called them. Well, I can't even pronounce it. My tongue simply cannot shape itself to the word that it requires. Specialized northern lexicography, and I have no time to narrow northern verbiage in a fruitless matter of mundane minutia. Do I look like a Phoenician to you? Let's just call them Nash slashers. They're ghoulish cretins. It's 3 of them, and I've seen them eat men alive. So you'd best hope the Gilder is watching. I don't think he'll have any light for you in the belly of one of those beasts. The point of some strange-looking colors, or the points? Oh, it's probably a typo. It's the person, the man. Points to some strange-looking colors and continues. When you're ready, put these on the 3 men who will be doing the fighting. This lets us know who to take into the pits. Anyone not wearing these will not be allowed in. Not you, not the vizier. Dare I say, even the Gilder may be turned down. Yes, we shall turn the sand red with blood. And we can actually turn it... yeah, that's pretty good. So, the arena fight works as follows. Do you agree to the term? Let's see. Equip up to 3 of your men with arena colors. That sounds good. Enter the arena again to start the fight again against 3 Nazarers. I know what these guys are. I don't know how to pronounce them. That's exactly what the arena master said. I don't know how to pronounce that. Good joke, game. The fight will be the death of you. Or rather, yes, hopefully it won't be the death of me. The fight will be to the death, and you won't be able to retreat or loot afterwards. Or loot at all. So that's interesting. So you just get 620 crowns and experience. So I accept that. And what this means is hopefully I did get the colors, and they look like that, and they're worth nothing. A color worn by combatants in southern arenas. Right-click sends them up there. It's interesting. It looks like we might be able to bring dogs into the arena. I don't think we have... We have an alchemist. I don't think we have dogs at all. If I did, I would buy them, but we need kennels for that. We also have a temple. That's how we heal injuries, if I remember correctly. It's not quite like that. It's not quite as straightforward, but it is more or less that. Hiccups. I also have hiccups. But that's par for the course, really, unfortunately. But anyway, this is exciting. The arena awaits the crowd alight, and the sinners of the sword's turn to gain glory is at hand. Let's give the crowd something to cheer for. It's 3 of us. I mean, we're gladiators. It's national trenchants. And look at the map. We have people on the outside. Can we? I wonder if we can kill them. I doubt that we can kill them. It would be weird. But also, they don't have the health bars. So, this is how the game works. It's all hexagons because it's an hexagon grid, and I like it. I like it a lot. And this is how we look because you know it's supposed to look like miniatures. We don't have legs. Nobody has legs. It's all supposed to look like miniatures. There's something that I am missing, however. These guys don't have their little. Why is it that they don't have their little? That doesn't look like. Did they take those away? You see that thing over there? Those the plinth, whatever that is. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Anyway, these guys are really nasty. I know how to fight them. That one is the problem over here, and they're all the nationals. So what we'll do, we can slash and gash and throw a net. That would be interesting. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wait our turn. So spacebar for that, enter or F to end the turn. We're waiting our turn. Let's see what they do. Not too shabby, but not ideal. We're gonna pull back and end our turn. So it is up here. You can see it's the rounds. It's round based. I think we're gonna be attacked. I should have done maybe a shield. We are not getting attacked. Okay, this is not ideal, but we can attack two of them, so that is pretty decent. And I can circle around, or I can send that over there. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So having this over here is probably going to be important. Let's see what I can do. So Hamdan goes in. We have the national. We need to be very careful with these guys because they eat their corpses. So if you kill one, the other one goes in and eats the corpse. And not only does that heal them, but I believe it also makes them stronger. So this guy looks uglier than the others. That is because he's stronger. So right now, what weapon do we have? We have a mace. Now, there's types of weapons. And all of them, or depending on the type of weapon that you have, it has different abilities. So you saw that we had slash and nash and stuff like that. And now we have the bash and the knockout. Knockout is pretty useful. Right now we have a 65% chance to hit, which is actually not too shabby. But it does use up a lot of fatigue, which is a bit of a problem. So I'll probably go with the normal attack. It's 65% though, so you know what? Let's, what does the throw net look like? The throw net is not too bad. So I'll try that on you, because that guy's not going to be able to move. But he can move, just not as easily as you'd think. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do shield wall here, because that guy is the cover. That said, I can't go around. So what I'll try to do is let's see what happens. So that is a armor hit. We're going to need to fix that. That is a shield hit. We're also going to need to fix that, but that's not an issue. So I'm going to delay my turn because I want to see what this guy does. He's not going to be able to attack us because that takes 4 action points. They tend to have 8 or 6 action points. Different enemies have different things. And now we are in a bit of a pickle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hope that this guy continues attacking him. Although, yeah, I'm just going to try to attack you here. It's a 65%. That's not bad at all. What do we have here? That is our dagger. Our daggers, they tend to be able to... This is a special dagger, though. I'm not really sure how it works, but they tend to be able to get through armor. So what it does is a quick and fast stab, or land a deadly hit on a debilitated target to finish it off. That's interesting. I like that. So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to kill this guy because, ooh, their morale is going down. That's pretty important. And in fact, if I kill this guy, which is looking likely, actually, that is pretty awesome. And now... yeah, their morale is definitely going down. Wait a minute. How did you have... I think there were too many action points there. I didn't count it. Then how did you have that many action points? Does that not cost 4? It does. Did you regain action points? 6. He regains... He has a thing, doesn't it? This is something that you should really pay attention to, which I didn't, is these things. Because this is what makes or breaks certain characters. So if you get somebody and they're really good, look at this one. Impatient. Always acts first in the very first round of combat. That's interesting, but it could be very useful for certain abilities. Glorious quickness. Upon killing an enemy, you gain 1 action point. That is pretty amazing. And can make the difference between attacking again, and it's really good. Arena fight. There's some abilities that allow you to do that as well, but it's special abilities. Arena fighter. Adds resolve when fighting in the arena, but then again, we're probably all like that. Glorious endurance. receives only 95% of any damage, which is pretty amazing. Gains 5% damage reduction with every hit taken, up to a limit of 25. That is amazing over here for Uthman. And then this guy over here has Glorious Resolve. Reroll every failure or failed morale check for a second chance. And that's pretty important, because the way morale checks work... let's see, I can't go over here. Let's see what I'm going to be able to pull off. I think we're going to win, and it looks like we are indeed winning, because this guy's fleeing, and once they do, they try to leave, and we get attacks of opportunity. So the morale checks, the way they work is they... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is you have multiple stages of resolve, so every check means you're lowering your stage. So until you actually break morale, you have like 5... I don't know how many checks, but you have at least 2 of them. I think it's like 3 or 4. It depends on how or where your morale is at the start of the game. So without even raising his head from a rag of papyrus, the arena master throws you a purse of coin. I heard the crowds, and so here are your crowns. May you come visit the pits again. The arena will be closed for the day, but you could return early, or as early as tomorrow. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained, rather? Okay, I think that's also a reference, but I'm not really sure what that is a reference to. But it is definitely a good thing that we have a little bit of money, so we might actually be able to hire some of these people. We'll see what happens. We're not going to hire Walid, but we are going to end the episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Battle Brothers Desert Blazers. How is the name? I probably should have known that. It's in the title of the video. You know, you've come over here. You know what it is. It's the new DLC. Links in the description. As I said, if you're new to the channel, I play a lot of RPGs and other games that are not RPGs as well. So feel free to subscribe and check my other Let's Plays out. And if you want to see more of this, and I do finish all my Let's Plays, so if you do, then you just need to check again, or unless the next episode is already out, in which case it's up here on the upper left corner of the screen. Until then, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.